Hello everyone, today I'm gonna do another editing video and the 24th critique video. And so today I had a nice shoot with Arial today in the Midtown Sacramento, and many of you have seen my Instagram picture. So today I'm gonna go through a couple edits with this shoot with Arial. So let's get started. So I have previously loaded some original picture. So these are the original JPEG, classic chrome from the Fujifilm X-T2. This shot was using the 56mm f1.2, so I'm gonna use the E5 with a little bit of brown tone in it. And we were next to the farmers market, so I bought the sunflowers to create some nice like Saturday morning vibes. And I was shooting with Erica also, so it's nice to just hang out with friends and then just shoot around at the farmers market. It has nice vibes in the morning. So I'm gonna crop it 4x5 since the Instagram crop is 4x5. I mainly focus on the body to maintain in the center of the picture. So to create some space left and right for the Instagram, the spacing. So just make sure that there's some space between the left and right. And I'm gonna increase the highlight saved. I can still see the skin a little bit too bright, so I minus 0.6. so this looks good to me right now. So this is the original color, and then this is my edit the tone in it. So I saved it. Next one, okay, this one is from my phone, so I'm gonna just use the VSCO to edit from my phone to edit. So I'm gonna use I can use either one, so I'm gonna use HB2, this one. HB2, I can rotate a little bit, just like that. This one has couple things you can rotate in this way because the picture is looking in this way, and then you can just make it perpendicular and using the square crop to crop it closer so that it's nice, like feel the whole frame in it. So I'm gonna increase a little bit more contrast and then highlight save. Yep, so this is how I edit the iPhone picture also. So I'm gonna save this one. So next one, I like the wall, and as many of you have seen my previous video, I want the edges are clean also. So I want to maintain singular color. So the first thing I need to do is just to rotate, make sure that it's perpendicular. The lines are aligned with the grid. So the next thing, I'm gonna crop it closer. And if you want to do the Instagram story, you can do the 3x2, so remain more room in it. So you can do 3x2 for Instagram story crop. So I'm gonna crop this one and add in more contrast. I still haven't given a tone yet, so I'm gonna give E5 about 50%. You don't have to give a lot, just 50% is fine, and reduce the saturation slightly, a little bit, not too much. I'm gonna reduce the exposure even more so that it's more the color saturated is more obvious. So I like this edit. So the next one, I'm going to just copy and then paste it. Yep, so it might be too low for the exposure. I increase a little bit, and then you see the lines right here is not completely a line on the left, so I'm gonna do that, tilt it. There's a vertical tilt function here, so I'm gonna tilt it slightly, make sure that it is perpendicular, and then I'm gonna crop 4x5 right here. If I don't want, I just crop the 3x2 for the 3x2 for the Instagram story. So make sure a lot of headrooms left, because when you crop, so I realized I was cropping too much to the left, so I give more room to the left, so there's more balance left and right, and this is good. So I'm gonna save this one. So the next couple one is similar, so this one is similar, so I'm gonna just copy and then paste it. And I can see this one a little bit too bright for this one. Sometimes I just move around the bar just to see how I feel like. And E6 is too saturated for the page. This one kind of okay. I still like the E5 better, but not completely. So maybe just 5.6. And I'm gonna rotate a little bit, slightly, and then I'm gonna crop up. I think I just leave it like this and then let the Instagram crop it. Or just post a story first, and then later I will crop the 4x5. So next I'm gonna add a couple of the car one. I like the car vibes in this one, so I'm gonna add a couple of the car, like retro car style, and I'm gonna give a little bit of E5 for this one, reduce the exposure, and then increase the contrast, sharpness, and then the highlight safe. So for some reason I really like the retro car style, so it gives me a retro feel in it. So you can do the 4x5 or the 3x2 for the Instagram story. So I'm gonna just leave it like this, cropping like this, and then gonna save this one. Yep. And I'm gonna edit this one. This might be my next post tomorrow, so I'm gonna give a E5 also. I like the mood of the hair and then the face also, so I'm gonna increase the sharpness and highlight save, and then I just go through just to make sure that I have complete control. It's nicer to just look at it on the fly, in case like different location has different like exposure setting. So I'm just leave more headroom for the Instagram, and then you can just see when you save it and then back to the square format. If it looks good, that's good. And then I will just copy this one and then paste it to here. This one is similar. Let me see how it looks. Okay, it might be too dark, so that's the disadvantage of the save, but the advantage is very fast to copy and paste the style and the editing. So I'm gonna save this one, and then I'm gonna crop more so that the body is more toward the center of the frame, and still have some the car in context of the on the left side. So I'm gonna I'm pretty sure I like this one, so I'm gonna save the actual size. Okay, so that's my quick editing of my shoot with Arial today. Next, I'm gonna go through my list of let me go through the list. I previously pre-typed the list of critique video, 24th video. So the first one, I like the practice of the hair flip. As many of you know, I like the hair flip, and I like the bokeh in this one. Nice concentration on the portrait with the flower feel. The only thing is that you might want to reduce the exposure, maybe -1, because the wall and the hand seems too bright to me. The exposure from this top 2 row, the picture seems a little bit too bright. You can reduce the exposure, maybe -1. Also this one, the background, I like the mood of the portrait. However, the background seems a lot of white dots. Even though the bokeh sometimes is not, unless it's a nice big bokeh, it's hard to separate the portrait. It kind of like distracted my eyes a little bit, unless it are those like very blur out bokeh. This small bokeh still remain the shape of the tree, so just be aware of the background. Sometimes it's hard to stand out with those tree in the back, so keep it up. Next one, so make sure that rotate to the left a little bit, since this one tilted to the right. This one also tilted to the right a little bit. Just make sure that about the orientation. From the feed consistency standpoint, as long as you can keep 3 in a row is fine. For example, this one you have 2 in a row and then 1 black and white, kind of like break the pattern a little bit. Just make sure that also on the outfit standpoint, this 2 row has a lot of Calvin Klein outfit. It seems duplicated a little bit. You can just do some variation. Maybe the next row don't do the CK, maybe do another outfit instead. So just to make sure that it's consistent, and the rotation of the picture, because it seems tilted to the right a little bit, you can tilt it back to the left 10 more degrees. So next one, I really like the mood and the sunlight in this one. Very nicely done. Nice color in the backdrop also, and I like the tone overall, so it's pretty good and then pretty focused. I really like this picture, and the composition is very nice with the eyes on here. It's like leading the viewer just to look at the eyes from the first point of view. And this one is so nice, and then very sharp in focus also. So overall it's very nice. Just make sure that I can see from the feed consistency standpoint, maybe these two bright one, not putting them together, put this one and then put the dark one and then put another bright one instead. So that's just my take. I'm very aware of when putting the upside down, because it's kind of like breaks the continuous it breaks the feed continuous feel, because it kind of like disconnected from the second slot and the third slot right there. But I will try different things also, so just keep it up. I really like the overall tone and then the focus and details of the portrait. So good job. Really nice color in this one. I like the framing on the hair also. So I think the top 2 row posting 2, or even top 3 row, you're posting the same outfit 8 out of the 9 time. Just make sure that you create some variety, because it seems a lot of the same outfit. You can just create some different variety alternatively. So nice mood and hair in this one. I will rotate to the left 10 more degree. So overall I like the color in that one, so keep it up. And I like the hair flip in this one, but the composition you might need to make it more centered, and the flower kind of distracted the face a little bit. Sometimes I want the clear face when doing the hair flip, because I want to see the mood in the hair flip. And a lot of time I was saying don't let those strong lines crossing the head also. Although I like the outfit matching the back also, just these lines right here kind of like crossing the head distracted the portrait. So next one. So I like the contrast of the different outfits. Make sure that the telephone lines are not in the picture, so because it's pretty distracted on the telephone line. Nice through the glass, like retro car style portrait, also like matching the red with the red car or truck. Through the window shot, make sure this edge is not crossing the face area, kind of like cut the, because it cut the face a little bit, and then it also cut the continuous of the hair. Also, you can just what you can do is move the camera closer to the glass so that the area in the glass, so it's wider, so that it's people more focus on the face of the portrait, because this kind of like too strong, these lines right there. So keep it up. I like the use of the color in this set of photo. So next one, I really like the detail in this one. Also nice natural light window from the left also, and nice flower shots also. I really like it. From the V consistency standpoint, I see a nice gray. Second row has a gray tone in it. The top row has a white tone. I think you are keeping it consistent. Make sure those lines are not directly sticking out from the head also. So the tree, unless they are not very visible, the tree are blur out. And unless the tree are blur out even more, they are kind of like distracted the portrait from the head part. So just be aware of that. Other than that, I like the detail and the flower style. So next one. So overall, I like the blue tone in this feed right here. So it's a landscape with the environmental portrait in this one. I like the idea of you putting on the composition of the right third area and then looking toward the ocean, so you have more space. You can create more space on the left. And from the feed consistent standpoint, make sure that when they are next to each other, they are right now. This picture is like cropping the body into the left. It's the position is too on the left side, too much on the left side, so it cropped the body a little bit, because when these two pictures next to each other, it disconnected. And this one is also too much to the left, so just be aware of the composition in terms of the V consistency. Other than that, I like the color in this picture in the landscape also, so good job. Next one. So because it's a selfie, just make sure it's hard to make it perpendicular, but if you post that, it kind of like breaks the pattern a little bit. And for the portrait standpoint, I will crop it closer, because there's some white area, the gap right there kind of like distracted the portrait. So if you crop it closer, so make it more evenly from the back side also. This one also, this blue, if you turn your camera to the right, completely cut the blue out, so it's more concentrated, it's more even background, to create an even portrait in the background. So that's my take on the composition. So this one, let's see, it's nice in the grocery store series. So as long as you're keeping it consistent, 3 in a row is fine. So you are doing the fee planning also. I see you do the planning. Make sure that not posting, I think it's still the similar issues, posting a lot of the similar outfit in order to create some variety. Probably 1 row is fine, but if 2 rows have the similar outfits, probably a lot of same duplicating feel in here. A little bit of the white outside the head also kind of distracted my eyes. Just make sure that her head blocked the white dot, I mean the circle completely in the back. It kind of distracted, but I like the use of the prism. It's nice, create some distortion of the light right there. So I like the prism shot. And the use of the light, make sure the light is on the eyes, fully on the eyes, because the eyes are in the dark right now, in the shadow. Make sure that the eyes are not in, one of the eyes are not in the shadow, just to make it more concentrated on the eyes. And next one, so I like the matching of the color with the flower. Make sure that it's giving more room of the body also, because this one cropping too much on the portrait's body, and then when you're looking at the square format, it kind of like leave just the head out there, so it kind of like create uneven. And this tree right there also creates some distraction, because there's some white area and then there's a too big black area, and then there's some white area right there. If you crop it like this, it won't notice it's that much. So you can just reposition the camera, make sure that it's not too of the white area happening at the same time, at least just one white area on the top, the main area, so that the portrait is more focused on this emotion right there. So yeah, that's my take on that, on the cropping. So the last one, I like the mood and tone in here, and the flower in the background blurs out, and I can see you're doing alternately with the portrait and then the landscape, like environmental portrait. This one probably I will crop it, either crop it closer, because this gap right there doesn't serve the purpose for me. I will just crop it closer, just to make sure that I might leave the sun a little bit on the right side, and then those couple on the left side instead. So either like that, or I just completely crop it and then make sure that just in the center, and create a strong composition when you look at the picture, and then the viewer is like looking through the tree with you. So that's just my opinion on that. Other than that, I like the color, the use of the color also. So keep it up. And that's it for today's 24th critique video. And thank you so much for all your support in my Instagram and YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.